My journey has been pretty long. Like I have started my career as early as while I was like just 12-year-old. I didn't even know that I'm actually in films while I was in films. I used to go to the shooting spot like it's some picnic spot or something adventurous. You're like a school girl, how will you know what is happening? And they're telling you to do something, they're giving you a chocolate just to do it and things like that. So I just accompanied my neighbor. I used to have a neighbor who used to work in films, and she's like, come with me, beta, I'm taking you. And I was just working as a child artist. So as a child artist, I worked in 2 or 3 various films. And one led to another. While I was in my 10th standard holidays, I got this documentary for which is titled today. They released it, not today, as in 1 or 1.5 years after they shot it, they released it as a Tamil film also, as a feature film, and I didn't know what to do to them. So yeah, things like that. And by the time I was 16 and a half, I did a very bold film, which is the remake of Murder, which is crazy, really crazy. Like I was illegally underage to be working on it. And then I bagged a very big ad with John Abraham for fast track cooling glasses, and by then I had done a whole lot of these ads. Like even those days I'd done these jewelry ads and these hoardings, and so I was in my 11th and everything was so fast. Like I was hardly studying, and which is not a good thing. I wish I did more of things which my friends did as college students, but you know, there was no time to realize. Everything was so fast. I was modeling, I was coming to Chennai for fashion shows, I was going to Cochin for fashion shows, I was coming to Chennai for ads. I still remember, I'm still in touch with them, in fact, Ms. Tara Umesh and Rukmini and Biju Jayadevan, and these were you know, ladies who really took care of me like a little flower. And everything was so quick. I was doing ads and this and that, and one led to another. It was just rolling into bigger things and rolling into bigger things. And then I bagged an ad with John Abraham. That led to me, that ad struck gold by itself, and then it led me to bagging yet another very big opportunity in the Telugu film industry with director Puri Jagannath opposite Prabhas. And then there was no looking back. Ilaya Tadapati firstly is dubbed in various languages. We are shooting it as Swarnakhadgam in Telugu, and you cannot like dub it in all the languages. We'll never get done with the shoot at all. It's by the producers of Bahubali, and we are going to be following the same format of Bahubali. Like Bahubali is also taken into various languages. Like for instance, Bahubali has released in Chinese, Bahubali has released in Japanese. Like we had the Bahubali actors going to Japan and, you know, doing the entire brick-breaking sequence of Bahubali there in between the Japanese audience. And Bahubali has released in Thai. So in all these languages it has been redubbed. And yes, so it's the same thing with Swarnakhadgam. Swarnakhadgam is the most expensive TV show made in India. And I think there's just one more show which is made on these lines. It's titled Pauras, if I'm not wrong. It's a Bollywood show. And that's about King Alexander. And apart from them, I think it's just us who's making it in this larger scale. And yes, shooting for Swarnakhadgam, training for Swarnakhadgam, it's a huge experience in itself. As soon as I signed the contract, I was told to stay in Film City for about a month and a half, not to shoot. But you know, I knew it that they're checking my endurance. Will I really last with the shoot? Because shooting for Maharani Mahadatri, the role that I've done is like that of a lady Prabhas from Bahubali. And when I'm just experiencing this entire thing of learning horse riding, learning sword fighting in the evening for 2-3 hours, horse riding for 2-3 hours in the morning, it's crazy strain. And you know, there's one style that the director wants the horse riding to be done in. You cannot look like scared and like an elbowed riding the horse. You need to like really look like the royal queen, what you're supposed to, because there's so much money which is rolling on the show. There's so much money which is rolling on the protagonists, and there's a set of 6 to 7 crores which has been put up in Ramoji Film City, which I don't think they will bring down even after the show is over. You know, like today, if you know, or if everybody else who's watching this video knows, the sets of Bahubali are a huge attraction, tourist attraction in itself. And there's a special charge to enter the sets of Bahubali in Ramoji Film City. Did you know? Yeah, so that is how it is. And the same way Swarnakhadgam is going to be retained. The sets are so beautiful and so humongous that it's going to be retained for you know, public visits going further as we are done with the shoot 2 or 3 years down the line. And right now we are done with about 40 episodes of shoot for Tete-a-Tete. And yes, we're just in the process of shooting and it's already coming on air. So it's a very exciting experience to be a part of a show which is as big as this. No, I was like a boy. I was just thrown in front of the camera. Like I was a school kid. I didn't even know what the hell I'm doing. I was playing the fool. And then just one led to another. I had a neighbor who was an actress. So she took me to the location. I was in my 7th standard holidays. And that time itself, some 1 or 2 directors, by the time I'm in my 8th, 9th, 10th, 1 or 2 directors, those times everything was pretty old school, you know. Like 10, 12, 15 years ago I'm talking. घर को आके मैडम इनको हम हीरोइन कर देंगे करके यूरना ना वो हीरोइन माट बिड़ाना कन्नड़ा डायरेक्टर केम होम बिहाइंड आई हैव अ स्कूल गर्ल सब्जेक्ट my mom told no man go, she just came accompanying her, go away, don't come to my daughter, what the hell, what do you think, we'll work in films, who do we look like and all that, because working in films is a bad thing then, you know. And then my father, oh meri beti ke paas aa gaya and all that, you know, that typical mom dad drama and all that jazz. So nothing was planned. And if I have to share a picture of I used to have like thick mush, fully tanned, playing volleyball all the time like a boy and beating up other girls in the school. So that's how I was. And for me, films was something which would never happen. But I think it was my flamboyant attitude which took me further, and I started liking being creative. And I never liked books. So I think I landed here. Puri Jagannath sir gave me my biggest break. I deserved it, that's why he gave it to me, but still as a mentor, that was a big eye-opener project for me. Like Bujjigadu was a time when I was going through a transition of, by then I had done 3 or 4 films already, like some stupid films, some good films, that stupid documentary which released like a film. And then when I signed Bujjigadu, when I'm working with Prabhas, when I'm working with Trisha, when I'm working with Puri Jagannath sir in that film, that time it was an eye-opener. Shit, why did I do those films? Actually, we are supposed to do big films to be famous. You're not supposed to do bad work. Then I started understanding the difference in between bad work and good work and big filmmaker and small filmmaker and big films and small films. And I didn't know that doing this kind of a work is bad for your image. And if a film doesn't release in the film industry, for God's sake, they just blame the actors. No, she's in the film and it didn't release. They don't see that the producer has backed off or the director has backed off or things like that. So these things I started understanding only when I did Bujjigadu. Until then I was like dumb. And then even in the location after that, Puri sir told you talk so bold and you talk so well. But after working with you for a week, Sanjjanaa, I know that you're a kid in your head. He told me that you're just a kid in your head, but you want to work hard. I told, okay sir, as you say. So for me, I look in to do like really big projects. Even if I do a special appearance, it will have a reason. Like it will be because I think that role is made only for me, or that role needs a certain kind of a look which I only have to deliver. Like run of the mill, off the block, I will not pick anything. And yeah, it has to be a really big project. Like for me, I look at the size of the project. Somewhere in my brain, I feel most big films release in luxury. You know, and small films, very few filmmakers are there who make small films deliberately because they need only 4 or 5 crore rupees per film, and they know they will release it like a big film, you know, wherein the producer is very, very strong. And yeah, if it's a very, very big film and if it had 2 or 3 actresses also, because that's how commercial films are today. Not all commercial films have only one leading lady. So depending on that, and Wikipedia has like really screwed up my life. Yeah, because yeah, they just make my main lead also a cameo appearance. I think there's some villain sitting there for me. So Celebrity Badminton League was just this league which is happening, and then I love being fit. So anything that inclines me more towards being fit, and it's fun, and here also you get fame, and yeah. So we happened to win this entire league. Went there, played, practiced for about a month and a half. It was good fun. All your Tamil industry ites also were there, Kannada industry ites were there, and Malayalam industry ites were there. It was good fun, and we happened to win the league, being Telugu Warriors. It was big fun. It was very filmy, and it was nice to feel like a sports girl for about 3 to 4 months, like somebody who's like an athlete. That was a different ball game. It was fun, and the best part was we won as Telugu Warriors. The year when I was there, we won. And apart from that, yoga, yes, yoga and I go back a long way. Like my journey with yoga started good 7-8 years ago with this yoga center next to my house. And then I got there, and then I happened to meet the yoga expert out there, Mr. Akshar, and he's my yoga guru today. And then he told me, we need influential people like you to start another branch, so that the message of yoga is conveyed more and more strongly into people. And back then, 6 to 7 years ago, we didn't have these international yoga days and all. All this has come only after Modi came. And yes, just I told him, okay, I'll do it for you, because I was feeling very good in the entire process of performing yoga, performing asanas. Okay, Aksharji, I'll do it for you. And then it took me a huge investment, and then just started off with the yoga academy. And a lot of people started coming, started feeling so good, and then one led to another. Then we had a teacher's training course, and then now today our hugest goal is women empowerment. And so many women, like the power of media, the power of all of you, when we give articles in regional newspapers, we have people traveling from the rurals of Karnataka who come saying, ma'am, I saw your article where you give a very strong statement saying, don't ruin your entire life in the kitchen cooking. That's exactly what I said in Kannada. So I said it in a colloquial Kannada saying, Idi jeevana ogarne haakta mugisbidbedi anta. Come out and achieve something. I gave that very strong message, and that hit a lot of people. And that was like, I was re-questioned also. So are you insulting people, women who only cook? I don't take it as you like, but I'm calling a spade, Take it as you like, and I'm encouraging women to come out of their homes and do something for themselves before they die. Just don't finish your life cooking, for God's sake. I think men hitting on women, in the film industry, they are terming it as casting couch, or sexual misconduct is what you said, or rather men hitting on women, or even women hitting on men. It happens everywhere in the globe. This is a universal problem, the prostitution or whatever this rubbish is. It's a universal problem which happens all across the world. And few countries have legalized it. Countries like us, where we are so rich in tradition, we are so rich in culture, we condemn it, and we should condemn it. But thereon and thereforth, people when coming down to the film industry, we are all victims in the film industry because we are very famous. Like, anything little which is happening, or maybe some boy calls you just for a cup of coffee, it's been blown out of proportion. Oh, this actor called this actress out for coffee, and then she did not go, and things like that. So we are victims of our own device, just because we are part of the film industry, whatever little we do is very, very exaggerated. And coming to the casting couch, we have, an association which is very strong in the Telugu industry. Just like the Tamil industry, you have Nadigar Sangam here. And we have Ma Film Chamber over there. Karnataka also has a particular artist association. People who are from these associations are very responsible. The top film industry producers, the top film industry directors, the best of the best actors, and they will not do sleazy and cheesy things like this. People who spoil the name of the film industry saying casting couch and this and that. I've got calls, not now, but good 5-6 years ago when I was still growing and growing. Today's date, I don't even pick up an unknown number. I don't need the stress. Why should I pick up an unknown number? Whoever's around me, I'll be like, please pick it up. Yenna message irukku, yenna kekkறாரு, yenna solறாரு. from where he got my number, who gave him my number, which project he wants me to work in, take all the details. If I find that person important, then I will call them back. I get an unknown number, I just don't pick up the phone and like, okay, hi, tell me what's up, I'm so and so. I don't entertain those calls at all. Being an actor, you have to be self-responsible to protect yourself against cheesy people and cheesy situations. So I think your protection is in your own hand, your respect is in your own hand. But if you want to get grinded down to the level of, going and pleading people, sir, I want to work in your film, this and that, and if you want to get used, then anybody will use you. Traveling. I don't know how I will get married and live with one man. That's a big question I ask myself. Will he be able to tolerate me? The only thing I need is, to be traveling and traveling and traveling. So if I tell him, take me here, take me there, take me here, take me there, I think he'll run away. I've had 2 films which have already released early this year. And now I have Swarnakhadgam, which is already gone on air, and we've shot only for 40 episodes. The whole plan is to shoot for 200 episodes. So a lot of my time and dedication is to it. And Vasava Datta is one more project that I'm shooting for, which is a Kannada and Malayalam bilingual project, and I'm shooting it straight in these 2 languages. And then it's going to be dubbed. Now that Ilayathalapati is here, I'm sure they're going to utilize the face value even for the Tamil market, and Telugu, of course, it's getting dubbed. So apart from that, I'm just looking forward to be doing a lot of woman-centric work right now. I've worked a lot in films where, like you rightly said earlier, like special appearances, cameo. Vasava Datta, I'm playing the title role. Swarnakhadgam, again, it's all about, Maharani Mahadatri. So yes, just looking forward to do a lot of woman-centric work, hopefully. And I want to do films like Mahanati. I want to do films like Arundhati. I want to do like real heavy roles where the entire cake is mine, and I'm not like hero's lover who's like 25% of the film sort of a thing. Do watch Ilayathalapati, all the lovely viewers of Provoke, and Ilayathalapati is a show which is really going to entertain all of you, and we worked very hard on it with all our heart and all our life in it. And every Saturdays and Sundays, Colors Tamil at 8 p.m. You can stay tuned and watch us in your homes. You don't have to go to the theatres. Thank you so much. Lots and lots of love. Signing off, Sanjjanaa Galrani.